The world of Banya cracks in anticipation of the approaching storm. Its lands strain against unnatural forces, and warnings of what is to come have been carefully placed among its people. Warnings that led us to a few tieflings, Goliaths, drow, and halflings. But how can this unlikely family of broken people stop a force that has been generations in the making? What strength is left in the bonds of friendship?
Go.
Hello, friends! Hello! Welcome to Goats and Dragons, the podcast where Helvo Gaming plays Dungeons and Dragons. I am Andrew Gilbert, he, him, his, and tonight I'm your friendly neighborhood dungeon master. And I'm not alone. With me is Galway playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Hey everybody, I'm Galway. My pronouns are he, him, his, and Charity's pronouns are also he, him, his.
Lena playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, my pronouns and Stormbringer's pronouns are she, her, hers.
Adam playing the Halfling Rogue Burbage Kemp.
Hello, my name's Adam. My pronouns are he, him, his, and Burbage's pronouns are also he, him, his.
Our guest for a few sessions, Rachel, playing the Gnomish Artificer Clem.
Hi, both of us use she, her pronouns.
And Darcy playing the Tiefling Cleric Hakari.
Hello, my pronouns are they, them, theirs. Hakari's are she, her, hers. I just 2 seconds before this remembered that I didn't do a song.
Yay, that's great.
Okay. Again, I love it that that's canon. And so right before going into this really scary cave, Hakari just goes,
Chelsea has a poem, and I would love to read it as Burbage because
please.
it starts off in a perfectly Burbage way.
Okay.
It really does.
Hey, Gunagheim, more like Gonaheim. Anyway, onward with many more paths to tread. Never mind the doom lilies and spookies ahead. The family and Clem are the best and will prevail against anything they encounter in this exciting tale. You've reached the door, we believe in you. Head on through, much love, Fates of Ryn crew. I can see and hear you.
Oh, Chelsea, that's the greatest. Thank you so much.
The strange,
That's awesome.
the strange bursting into spoken word performance art thing appears to be spreading. No,
Yeah,
I
that was
don't-
Burbage.
Oh,
It's a weird time. But hey, before we get into all of that fun story with the family, a couple things. We are on Twitch. We are recording a podcast. The podcast here you can listen to is called Goats and Dragons. It is anywhere you get your podcasts. I prefer to listen to it on Spotify, but sometimes, I throw it in the Apple, podcast stuff. We during Goats and Dragons, we also have a sort of a little podcast interspersed within called Dom and Dragons, in which we played Dungeons and Dragons with Dominic Monaghan. That was fun. We're getting toward the end of the Dom and Dragons arc, which is really fun, and the newest episode was brilliant. And we also have a podcast called Help Go Gaming Presents, where we tend to play sometimes smaller campaigns or one shots. And Galway has sort of stitched together a bunch of these one shots and shorter campaigns into a cohesive story in the world of Tyr, and it's fascinating. And you should definitely check that out as well on Help Go Gaming Presents. And yeah, right now on Twitch, we are Twitch affiliate, which means you can cheer and subscribe to us. And anyone who has Twitch, Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free through Twitch Prime. And it's really easy to get those accounts linked and set up. And it's super free, and it completely helps out small streamers like us. So consider that, perhaps. And also, a scheduling note, going into next week, we have a Goat's Eye View on Tuesday. Galway's going to be running that with our special friend Tyler. Special friend? Well, that sounds... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with it. Special friend Tyler.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Wednesday is going to be Goats of Saltmarsh. Rachel is DMing that game, and it's wild and weird and fun and goofy, and it's just a delight. We're taking another week off of Spire, so that will not be on Thursday as normally is. And then Friday again, we have Galway's campaign Tyr, Moontree Isle, Moontree City. So that's going to be next Friday, and yeah, gonna be a lot of good stuff coming up. And yeah, because we're on Twitch, you can have all these beautiful little commands in Twitch. !coffee or KO-FI will link you to a coffee page for Helpful Go Gaming, which directly supports us, allows us to continue doing all of these amazing stories that we're getting into, allows us to kind of continue making more content for you. So if you'd like to, buy us a coffee or something, that would be a place to do it. You can also support us through !merch in the chat, and that'll give you a link to our merch store, which has a lot of really brilliant new things. Adam has a cup, and there are t-shirts, and we just keep coming up with more stuff as we play because more stuff keeps being fun. And we also, and then a slightly more serious note, Galway, would you mind talking about !donate?
Right as I was going for the piece of pizza, I'm like,
My bad,
wait,
sorry.
I sense a transition coming.
Alas.
Yeah, everyone, !Discord or !donate in the chat will bring up a link. And right now, normally we try to sort of rotate through various causes that we want to support on a monthly basis. For a little bit here, at least, we are going to be running with our current stopaapihate.org. Some of you, hopefully all of you, remember the horrific shootings in Atlanta, in which 8 individuals were killed in an act of racial violence. And as this points out, AAPI, Asian American Pacific Islanders, face racially motivated incidents on a regular basis. These can include discrimination, harassment, up to and including murder. And 3,800 of those incidents occurred in the last year alone. They are a part of life for members of the AAPI community. I grew up around a lot of members of that community and learned very quickly the things that they were afraid of that I didn't have to be. So please, I encourage you, in this time where racial incidents against AAPI individuals are on the rise, are becoming more violent, and are repeatedly treated by authorities and officials in the United States of America as if they are not racially motivated, to support the AAPI community. This organization is a very, very good one. They do a lot of outreach, they do a lot of education, they do a lot of support. There's also an article linked there which gives you a whole list of other charities you can reach out to, including a sub-list of local charities. Donations to local charities will always go further. And again, it should be stressed in a time where there is a lot of racist rhetoric directed against members of the AAPI community. your support doesn't have to just look like donations or volunteering time to organizations like these. It can be as small and as simple as get a list of Asian-owned businesses in your area and choose them for some of your needs. Replace a lunch that you were going to get anyway with a lunch from an Asian-owned restaurant. Replace, car service or anything else. Like, there's tons of Asian-owned businesses in your community. Usually a chamber of commerce or an Asian American AAPI sort of organizational group will have a list of them. You can find them, support them. Helpful Goat stands with the AAPI community. We encourage everybody else to. And to remember that while the news cycle has decided it's not a thing anymore, it very much is still a thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks so much, Galway. Yeah, and as the world around us is kind of on fire, it's sometimes hard to find spaces to fit in and to recharge our batteries. We are incredibly lucky to kind of be the shepherds of a little bit of a small growing community here at Helpful Goat. And if you'd like to be a part of that community, of course you can, be on Twitter and you can engage with us here on Twitch. But we also have a Discord filled with just amazing people, filled with people that just are super caring and like to just kind of talk about random stuff sometimes and have a good time. And we watch movies on there. We play games together on there. A lot of the games that we play as a group that are non-streamed, we stream on there with our community. It's a lovely, lovely place. Each of us on this call has been deeply affected by the friends that we've made in this community. And so if that's something that feels good to you and feels like you would enjoy, type !Discord in the chat, and you can get a link to join our Discord and hang out with us whenever you'd like. We would appreciate that too. So yeah, all right. I think that's about all the announcements. We're getting pretty good at getting through those quick. So I think we'll jump into tonight's episode of the Fates of Ryn. Ooh. So last time on the Fates of Ryn, you've come to these mountains, the home of the mountain tribes and Stormbringer herself, in order to find the secret hidden knowledge of these Goliaths. In the past, a group of individuals, including Israk Devere, Ponwe Elvor, Corin, and Aurora, Vimeris's parents, made inroads in summoning a god to this world in avatar form in order to defeat them. This was the god Ryn. But when it came time to fight, Israk Devere couldn't do it. So Ryn escaped, walked the wide world, and returned of her own volition. And the process that these people used to bring Ryn into this world was chronicled in a book called The Process of Avatarana. After Ryn had been then expelled from this plane, Israk Devere brought the Process of Avatarana to the Goliaths in these mountains for safekeeping, hiding it away from mortal eyes. Now, the search for this tome has brought the family to the doorstep of the keeper of such secrets, Formidian of the Shadow Knowledge. Standing at the entrance of this tumorous rock formation, you feel a warm, heavy wind slowly move and roll out of the cave ahead of you, smelling of rot. Behind you, you see a dense fog and the outlines of dead trees. It is difficult even now to remember the beauty of the mountains that you are in. And as the visions of nightmares from the night before begin to creep back into your consciousness, what would you like to do?
But seriously, we should probably talk about all the vocal performances that are just happening. I'm getting concerned. I mean, it was Hikari at first, but she's got a lot of traumatic brain injuries. You feeling okay, Burbage?
Oh, yeah, I'm feeling fine. Well, I just, I was inspired by a muse named Van Chelsing.
You-
Which is fitting because we're about to go into a place, as far as I understand it, full of creepy monsters and undead.
Why is that fitting?
So, on the note of undead, let's remember that I have this ring that's like really ominous looking, and it will make it so that undead, hold on. It'll make it so that undead, think that we're ghostly undead figures. It won't stop it from attacking us, but they won't automatically attack us. And they'll speak with us as if they've forgotten they were dead. So it only works once a day, and I don't know how long we're going to be here, and I'm not good at strategizing, so let's all keep our eyes peeled for the opportune moment to use this, because often when I have tracked resources that only do work once a day, I never use them. Like in video games, I just accumulate the consumables forever and never use them because I miss the opportune moment. So let's all keep our eyes peeled.
I completely understand. Charity, what are video games?
I don't know, Burbage. What are HP?
Touche.
And who's Van Helsing? Like, yeah, got some weird stuff. I know that was a lot. Are we all feeling good and ready to go and not at all scared or oppressed?
Hurrah!
Akari's feeling great, apparently. Yeah, I guess I'm feeling fine. I probably have some unresolved character stuff about identity that kind of I think I might have forgotten about in the face of my friend turning into a bear.
She got better.
Oh, not Monty Python, yeah.
I couldn't help it. I also may have forgotten some unresolved character identity stuff because I turned into a bear. Anyway.
So, speaking of strategizing, I got this here potion of slipperiness, and it makes me slippery for 8 hours, harder to hit, faster to move. It takes 10 minutes to put on, though. I mean, all over this, I got a lot of body to put this gunk on. So should I do that now? Do we think we're going to run into bigs? Because I can't just, unlike Stormbringer, I can't just be like, oh no, I'm dead, and just start rubbing. It's going to take some time. So
I mean, you can, but it won't be very effective.
Fair. I prefer to make all of my movements and choices as effective as possible. Do we think 8 hours from now is good? Is good, or should I? I don't know. I just wanted some opinions.
Yes.
I think it'd be a good idea to put it on now. I see the DM nodding. So, yes.
That's not necessarily it's a good idea, but
I know. It's unconscious movement.
Clem is going to look towards Charity now.
Charity's going to sort of, well, the walk here already contained a mist that was tormenting us with visions of our nightmares, and we haven't slept well thanks to aforementioned horrific nightmares caused by the very twisted and corrupted nature of the ground we walk on. So I'd really like to be, heading back to Gunagaim 8 hours from now. That'd be great. So I would go ahead and say whatever we're likely to find in there, it's extremely unlikely to be unfriendly to us, unless Stormbringer uses the fancy ring, which we will all collectively remember and mention if we think it's a time to use it. But there's also really no downside to you using it now, right? Unless it was at 8 hours and 1 minute some horrific malevolent entity decided to attack us then.
I was worried about.
Well, to be fair, I think that there's pretty much an equal level of danger of some horrific malevolent entity attacking us from this minute through 10, 12 hours. Also, I'm not sure, you might have noticed within sort of our lives generally, it's not really that unusual to have a horrific malevolent entity attack us, so,
I gathered, yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that goes on with you guys. Who wants to help me get my back? And I just will start like the goop in my hand and rubbing it all over. And you can get it on your armor and stuff too. And I'm just gonna look around and be like, anybody?
Charity will like hold out his hand. That's fine.
And I'll just put, it's like black ooze. It's like super thick and gross. I got a lot of crevices back there. Make sure you get them all, okay?
Cheers. Also, while I'm busy with this Burbage, and with his other hand, he's gonna, which I cannot act out because that is my push to talk hand. He's gonna fish out one of the sort of flasks of holy water. It's like, could you hold on to this for me?
Oh, yeah. You've been holding out on me, have you, Charity?
Do not drink that.
Right, of course not. And Burbage will tap his nose.
No, I'm really very serious.
Yeah,
It's
no,
holy
I'm not
water.
going to drink it. Oh, holy water.
It's water that has powdered
Very.
silver in it. And
You should take that back. I don't know if I would trust him.
Charity, are you forgetting I drank... What did I drink? Early in the campaign. Druidic whiskey. I definitely drank that. And also something the Furbolgs gave me that was basically like paint thinner.
Charity's just gonna grab back the flask. All right. Hey, Dawn Protector. You look like a responsible sort.
Yes, I am.
Have 2 flasks of this. Do not drink them.
I
will
definitely will not.
I will tell you what to do with them when the time comes.
Count on me.
Apparently, I have to.
I'm totally trying to drink it, man. It's like, that's not the point.
Craig just crashed.
Yay!
I guess we might as well just do Onwecaster.
Okay.
Do we want to do Onwecaster or do we want to do Zenicaster?
Or what?
Oh, whichever one you like. Yeah.
The one that we've done before that is good.
They all
those
have their
listening,
problems.
Craig is our recording device on Discord, and so we're...
Yeah, we didn't just like look at a human being called Craig went, Craig crashed. That's a pity.
Pause. So while we're taking 10 minutes to rub Clem, we'll also get a new Craig thing going.
Freedom of movement. Oh, I guess I could wait and say that once Craig is back, but
It's all good. So how are you, chat? Hope you're doing well. Doesn't Adam look creepy? Looking at that. He's got that glow from underneath.
I don't know if I'd go with creepy.
I watched the sketch show on Netflix called Astronomy Club recently, and there's a sketch called, there's basically about resting creep face. And the guy's on a date and like resting bitch face, but instead of like bitchiness, it's just like really just like creepy face. It was very funny.
Lovely. All right, here's our Zencaster.
You also.
I forget. Do we allow audio playback? I forget.
I think you can. I think it's just you want to turn off monitoring because that's when you'll hear yourself through your headphones.
So, on microphone, on speaker. Wait.
This looks different than it used to look.
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
changed
they-
it.
I hate different things.
They did a large upgrade because now it has a lot of video recording services.
So should I turn off speakers and just leave microphone on?
Probably fine.
Okay.
Since they've changed this, I haven't had really time to fully work it out.
Am I echoing?
I'm just gonna mute the site in Chrome because I think
That also works.
Yeah.
I did last time. So Darcy, if it's echoing for you, it's just because you could also hear everybody else talking. So muting the tab will make it work fine.
I don't think.
I'll show you as needing to give microphone access, Lena. Why do you look so terrified?
Because I don't know how to give microphone access?
Right click on where the address bar is on the left, you should see the little, like, it's usually like a lock or a star or something right to the left of where the web address is. If you right click on
it says I'm allowing it.
Yes.
maybe on Zencaster as well, if you click the settings, click settings and make sure audio input is the correct microphone.
Cool. Mine has a little record button at the top. I think everything's working. I missed the little weasel.
The weasel's on WeCaster, isn't it?
Probably.
We're still waiting for Lena. She's figuring out her microphone stuff.
Adam.
I mean, worst case scenario, I could also just toss the on WeCaster. I forgot on WeCaster was still on, so Craig had sent that link, so we could just boot that instead. Because it seems like this is not working nicely with Lena's system.
It's because my fucking mic is defaulting to the really bad mic, but it's not then accessing when I switch to the real mic, and I can't change my default mic in Chrome because I've done that 3 times and it's just not changing it.
Okay. Shall I just toss the on WeCaster link in instead? We'll scrap out of this?
Sure. We'll cancel out of that. Zencaster, goodbye. Almost there.
I mean, we might have the same problem with on WeCaster. Let me look.
Disconnected. Attempt reconnection.
Yeah.
Never mind. Must be down because that Craig link died.
Because Craig's down. Yay!
So we're going back into.
Hello, friends. We're back. We think we have a solution.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. All right. So we are recording that, and we have been spending just the first bit here, rubbing liquids on Clem, and giving holy water to the right people.
Yeah, we just want to say that the liquids give me basically the same things as the freedom of movement spell for 8 hours,
Beautiful.
which is I can't be affected by difficult terrain, I can't be slowed and or paralyzed or restrained, and I can break from non-magical restraints, and I can so it's a lot harder to hold.
Nice.
Solid.
So we've been affected by nightmares and our greatest fears. How close are we to technical and or narrative exhaustion?
Another night of that sort of rough sleep, you would be mechanically exhausted. Yeah.
So basically, at that point, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Andy, because Charity was sort of checking that. I thought it was he sort of got the sense that if we kept sleeping like this, like we'll get the benefits of a long rest, like we'll get spells back and things. We're technically rested, but we'll be mentally fatigued, so we'll begin.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
It's only going to get worse in there, isn't it?
Probably. That does seem to be about the narrative of our lives.
Yeah, I think we need to like speed run this maybe, but really carefully also.
Hey, I mean, if speed running this is an option, that'd be great. Because do you all smell I smell coming from the entrance of this lair?
I think it's just Clem.
Sorry, it's really yeah.
I don't think that's Clem. I think there's something dead inside.
Is it time to use the ring?
How long does that last again?
Hey, you all remember? I'm sorry, I just totally ignored you. 1 hour. Hey, you all remember when we saw, well, not you, Dawn Protector, but you remember when we saw that dead Goliath walking this way?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Clem picked his brain.
Oh yeah, I have it right here.
I think I cut that guy's head off.
I'll pull out all the parts that I have from the undead Goliath.
Are they like trying to wiggle towards?
Not anymore, no. But it was at that point moving in a southerly direction, so it was moving toward this area.
So I think there might be maybe lots of dead things inside. You think we can clear this cave in an hour?
Probably not.
Do you think we should very carefully and quietly sneak up to the entrance and very carefully peek inside and very carefully see how many dead things there are inside, if we can see any, and then very carefully decide if we want to wear our rings? My ring, it's a singular ring.
Sounds good to me.
I think that some scouting and proceeding forward generally, and then yes, if it seems like it's time to use those, we'll let you know. Dawn Protector, when it's time to use the flasks, or a flask, I'll let you know.
Okay.
During some of this conversation, Burbage had sidled up to Dawn Protector at some point when everybody else was distracted, and would have tried to persuade her to, I think you really did want me to have at least one of the flasks, so if you hand me one, then that's probably good for everybody if we sort of diversify, kind of spread it around.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Here, Burbage, take one of my flasks. It's full of something you can't drink.
I'm not. Thanks, Agara. I'm not trying to drink anything. It's fine.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. But I also follow orders well, so.
Like Charity's orders.
Well, they are his.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
All right.
If I gave you my axe, I would ask that you use it in a way that I deem worthy.
Dawn Protector understands boundaries.
Boundary protector.
All right. Well, one thing that you're not really picking up on the dynamic, which is that Charity and I are sort of like co-bosses, sort of co-leaders of the group.
Right. Yes. Okay.
This isn't even gonna. This isn't even gonna do a persuasion check.
I really haven't heard anything yet quite persuasive.
I really am like Dawn Protector is steadily climbing the ranks of NPCs that I am fond of.
You know what, Dawn Protector?
So Hikari's just like listening to this, like exchange, just like shaking my head and drinking out of a flask.
You know what, Dawn Protector? Good job. It was a test, and you passed. You get to come into the temple with us. Congratulations.
I don't know if that was up to you, but thank you.
All right, so scouting, getting sneaky. Who amongst us is the most sneaky?
You? But I don't think you can see in the dark. And neither can I.
Legitimately, I'm mostly just surprised that he hadn't already scarpered for the entrance. This is growth.
It smells bad.
I really think that's just you, Clem.
I'm not the sneakiest, but I can see well in the dark.
Yeah, sneaky, but I can see.
All right, so between the three of us, we're a complete person.
I can see because of my belt, but I'm not going to give that to anybody because then my luscious beard is going to fall away.
Why don't you could temporarily give it to Burbage and then you could grow your beard back later?
It took 2 years to grow this thing.
Well, it's good to have goals.
All right, I've got a torch here. I can just light a torch and walk up and take a little look,
Okay,
That sounds
like...
sneaky.
What does it sound like?
It's sneaky.
Less sneaky, I guess.
I have a torch that's like,
yeah, sure.
Let's you're there.
Your mic is like cutting out or something. I can't actually tell what's happening, but it's bad.
I don't know. I can switch to my headset.
You were just also then lagged so that it was there was just like I don't know. Like, you're picking up perfectly
is
now.
It still shitty?
I hear you get that. Yeah.
Maybe
Podcast
I
is cursed.
did a plug weird. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I just was saying that the flickering of the lights would give away your position.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, that was just a test. It's just a test you passed.
I was like, why is Burbage being so confrontational? I thought this was a simple suggestion. You're just like, what did you say? And it was
Dawn Protector claps you on the back, Clem. You passed the test too. Well done.
Sorry about your hand. It's gonna be a little goopy.
Okay.
Charity's going to sort of pause for a minute, and I'm going to turn spell points into a spell slot to replace the 4th level spell slot that I spent on Angel Form. Look, perhaps as much as some reconnaissance and proceeding carefully will be the best idea, maybe we should just sort of all do that as best we
Very
can.
carefully sneak up to the entrance and then very carefully peek around the corner and see what we can see.
Well, I'm just going to point out that, like, the stealthiest among us isn't really going to be able to probably peek around the corner and see, and the people who can peek around the corner and see aren't the stealthiest. So
I have sneaky boots, but I can't see in the dark.
one way or the other, it feels to me like it's probably going to be best for us to just all be there when inevitably something comes and tries to murder whoever is doing either the not very successful sneaking but successful looking, or the very successful sneaking and the not very successful looking.
Okay, but we all gotta try really hard to be super quiet.
Oh, I could fly for a little bit. If we think I could fly ahead, that might make me a little bit extra sneaky. If we wanted to try that.
Oh, you know? And, like, wings will erupt from Charity's back. I forget about this.
Yeah, I don't have those. I just have a potion.
Why didn't Isractavir tell us that this is what finding the process of a Toronto was going
He's
to
a
entail?
fucking asshole.
On the other hand, this is a thing, a task set to us by Israk Devere. Of course it's like this.
I guess also maybe Hikari killed him before he got a chance to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Maybe.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. All right. Well, who's got dark vision and wants to sort of initiate?
Who's leading the way?
So can Charity fly and have dark vision?
Naturally, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have dark vision. I'm fine going first. I was just curious if that's what's happening. I can go.
Also good. Why doesn't everyone give me a stealth check, whoever's going?
I mean,
Up to the
I would just at this
mountain.
point also suggest we all go and then move
I figured.
carefully. I will probably give Hikari, if she's kind of leading the group, I will give her the guidance for her stealth check.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Right, you have boots. I was like, why are you so stealthy, Stormbringer?
Why is my character sheet being so laggy?
Okay, so I got a 12.
Oh no, don't add 4, add a D4. I can roll it if you want real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you roll it? Yeah. I was like, oh, just add 4. So that's a 9.
And then, yes.
Do we
Apparently, I have 10 cans attached to my boots.
all add it? Oh, it's
No.
the boots.
I
So-
gave Hikari guidance.
So as a group, you actually feel decently stealthy. To the more perceptive of you, it's a little hard because you can hear all the little sounds you're making, but coming from somewhere deeper within the cave, you also start to hear a bit of rumbling, and you think there's a river rushing by somewhere deeper in, and that might cover up a little bit of the noise.
Oh, good.
Do
Underground
we
river
hear
systems.
anything moving towards us? If we can hear inside the cave?
Doesn't sound like anything's moving toward you, and that's kind of all you hear, just a sort of low.
So we're gonna very carefully, like, I'm picturing us on like either side of the cave entrance, leaning and very carefully peek inside.
And about half of us see nothing.
But I'm looking
Yep.
anyways, just in case.
So those of you with dark vision, you don't immediately see anything moving. You don't see anything dangerous. You see about 20 feet ahead, a like 10 by 10 rough-hewn kind of hallway here, and then it splits left and right, and then it disappears around corners you can't see.
Okay. So we relay that to the group.
Yeah.
So I guess should we go in? And I guess we kind of need some form of light, I guess, for Burbage and me, but we should still be really careful.
Got my lantern if we want.
And for now, we can probably start with just torches, or how much oil do you have for that?
6 hours.
Okay, fair. Let's just go with that then.
All right.
And that also
Cool.
shows you if there's anything that, yeah, that's a good
Visible.
idea.
Any invisible creatures or objects. It's a lantern. It's a hooded lantern of revealing.
That's a really good idea.
All right.
Here's
You
a
even sort
question.
of look around real quick. You don't see anything in your immediate area, and you've now lit a bit in front of you.
Here's a question. Is there any kind of strategic value to me possibly just maybe going through this just from the inside of Stormbringer's bag.
Would he get a surprise attack from that? Like if we were in combat and all of a sudden he just jumps out of the bag?
I've done that
Sounds
before.
surprising.
I've done that. I did that in Diefield, I
Sounds like
believe.
a good idea.
And then it's just
Burbage, I would
one.
be happy to stuff you into a bag.
It's just one less person to worry about, you know.
I
And
mean, I'd be okay with keeping you safe. Yeah. I don't know if there's strategic value, but I don't want you or Charity dying. So
I feel like Charity gets a wistful look in his eyes at the words strategic value. And then just sort of a look of sadness.
I guess I'll just throw out there that I'll do whatever you guys want me to do. If you want me to walk along in this creepy place, burdened
In
by
the
fears about my
bag.
past and about my relationships, then I'll do
Well,
that.
can you do
But
it
if you want,
Right.
so that you can
In
maybe
the bag.
sure.
if you want to shove me in somebody's bag, it doesn't even have to be Stormbringers.
In
I'll be
the
fine with
bag.
it.
In the bag. Sorry. In
I was gonna say, are you
You-
chanting this?
the bag.
I thought we could actually use all the people here to help fight, but if you're scared and you need to hide, that's understandable.
Oh snap!
Oh god.
Burbage, I've got
Just
some
touch the third rail.
nice druidic alcohol
I know
for
it must be
you if you
really
get
hard.
the bag.
It must be really hard to be so small and have to face all these things. You know, I can't remember what it was like to be that small, so
Can't remember what it was like.
Trying to decide how Burbage would respond to this.
I'd also like to point out that Charity is just looking down at this argument that's occurring around his knees. Like, Charity, otherwise the shortest member of the party. Like, okay.
Yellow? Are you calling me Yellow?
hey, just remember that if we're gonna fight, we need to fight really quietly with each other, okay?
and I'm just gonna sniff. Like, well, I don't know what the smell in it could be urine.
It's really good.
That's pretty good.
All right, Burbage rushes forward into the darkness.
Burbage, remember to be careful and quiet.
He's rushing
Also, you can't-
sneakily.
So about 20 feet in, you come across and you hit a wall in front of you. Ah,
Oh! Ah! Ah!
You still need the light.
I mean,
though.
Why was I gonna give him a flat head?
I look at Clem and I say, this is all your fault. He could have been safely drinking druidic whiskey in a bag. But that was fucking hilarious, so thank you.
I feel both ashamed and proud.
So a moment not seeing anything, Burbage, and not knowing where to go because you ran into a wall. Your friends slowly, quietly catch up to you, and the light from the lantern now lets you see that there's a left and a right sort of branch here.
Burbage,
let
I
me-
think you're really brave.
Oh, sorry.
It's really hard to not cut you off, Rachel, because of how lagged your cam is. I'm sorry.
Totally fine. I'm sorry. I know it's a mess.
I was just gonna say really quickly, Burbage, I think you're really brave. You helped me resurrect Charity, and you're the defender of Diefield, and I don't think I would love you if you weren't a brave person, because I only love brave people. So it's okay.
it's very, very sweet of you to say, Stormbringer. Thank you. I love you too. Left or right, you know?
But I just want you to know, I don't actually know you at all. So I don't know if you're a coward. I know that I'm a bit of a coward and I'm pretty scared right now. And so I think I'd feel better if you were here with us as opposed to tucked away because, you know, I think that I'm just going to kind of cough and under my breath just say, you're pretty powerful. So it'd be good to have you next to us here.
Yeah. That's very sweet of you to say, Clem. Thank you. I love you.
So Burbage, as you're almost not like almost hearing those words, but staring at the choice in front of you, something feels really weird, and it's hard to place. And then you get it. Left and the right are identical, down to like the tiny bits of rock clung to the side of the walls, down to the drips of water on either side. They are exactly the same.
Choices. Make choices in life. And sometimes you go left, sometimes you go right. And sometimes you go left and you think, maybe I should have gone right. And then sometimes you think, well, maybe left and right are the same. So anyway, I think we all get to choose which way to go here, and it doesn't matter, because we're all going to end up in the same place together.
There were supposed to be 2 temples, and this is 1 temple.
Or is it?
Well, they're the same. Don't you see? Right? Like, no matter what choice you make, there's always some other force, higher, some mysterious force, manipulating you into becoming what they want you to be. Do you realize? You understand? So we
Yes,
can go
I've
left.
read my bio.
We can go left or right, but it doesn't matter.
Pick up a pebble and throw it down the right hallway.
Burbage.
Tink, 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 tink. Nothing happens.
Hey, Burbage, I'm whispering to you.
One. It's not
Can
like
anyone
it's
hear
mirrored.
me?
I can hear you,
Okay.
Akari.
Sorry,
That's
It's okay. I just want to make sure.
Wait.
for sure.
So it's 2 identical temples inside the cave, is what the fake dead alive clone Israk said, or maybe the voice. I don't know. I just have in my notes who said this, but the book is in the shadows of the Twilight Temple, and I don't know if these are both the Twilight Temples, or if one of them is the Twilight Temple and one of them is something else. I mean, do I know that? Like, Andy, like, is
Yeah, it almost sounds like it could be either one. You're not sure yet.
And
taking this badly?
Or something entirely different, yeah.
similarly to from what I read about the Formidian, was there any references to kind of this spatial orientation or anything?
No, other than a quick little Formidian enjoyed the order of symmetry. And that seems it. Definitely know which way should we go.
And I think there was also like a specific mention there of in the temples, like plural.
True.
I thought so.
Yes.
So like, Charity will sort of stress that I don't know that we have any information to go on as to which direction to go. The book that I read about the Formidian mentioned that they found joy in symmetry, something like that. I don't remember. So perhaps it all is one temple that is 2 temples.
So maybe it doesn't matter, but maybe it does. And I know, like, Burbage is having an existential crisis right now that says that nothing matters, and your choices don't matter because you end up in the same place. But what if that's not the case? But I guess we have to pick one, because we can't spend the night here unless we absolutely have to. So,
well, that pebble that Clem threw went right, so maybe we should follow it.
sure, the pebble seems okay.
And the pebble didn't like appear on the left side then.
No. The pebble then sits on the right,
So that,
and
like,
there is nothing on the left.
So Charity will be like, well, whatever crafted this place to be identical, it at least seems like outside forces to some degree can change that. There's not 2 pebbles. So
I guess let's go right. Because the pebble seems safe.
You're a good pebble.
Okay. You quietly, carefully step down the right side of this identical fork in the road. Sorry, Nurse, come back in.
I was like, I heard and then nothing.
Yeah.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
Someone with dark vision.
Someone with dark vision should probably be in the front, considering Burbage just ran into a wall.
Yeah. So I think, back to kind of the marching order of Hikari up front.
I'd say probably Hikari up front, then Stormbringer.
Maybe me in the middle for light and
Group the
protection.
casters in the middle, and then Dawn Protector can sort of form a rear guard.
Okay. So as you get about another 30, 40 feet down this path, no other ways to go. And then up ahead, you start to see some light. Very dim, almost a greenish, bluish kind of light. And then you hear much clearer the sound of rushing water. So the cave opens into then a much larger space, all under this canopy of rock that opens up to the ceiling about 50 feet above you. Directly in front of you, this rushing river lit by phosphorescent blues and greens in the water itself. And as you look in the water, even standing 20 or so feet back from the bank, you can see figures swirling, diving, drifting just under the surface. The light from the river casts everything in this dim, eerie light, and as you look around, now to your left, about 40 or 50 feet on your side, and on your side of the river, a massive stone throne. And upon it, a horrifying skeletal remains of a long dead creature sitting atop. Its elongated limbs and sharp fingers hang at the side, touching the ground about 15 feet below. The lidless eye sockets fixed, staring out over the water. And just as you turn your attention past the river to two identical structures, your attention whips back to the stone throne, because the pile of bones sitting there raises a hand and adjusts its stature, slowly, keeping its gaze on the rapid currents in front of it.
Is now the time for the ring?
Unsure. Just, I did want to confirm with you, and wow, I'd also really like to be able to find where I am on this map, huh? Shift ping for me, Andy?
There.
Yeah, I got no visibility.
Cool.
Same.
Don't
and I
worry.
should have lights.
Don't worry, people. I will turn on map once there is map.
There is no dynamic lighting. It tried to do it automatically. No. There. Can you see now?
Yes. Okay, so, and good. This is helpful because I was having a hard time telling what exactly. Okay, so we came in, and then I see the river was running in front of us. I thought the river was running between, like, where the right and left entrances would have kicked in.
Sure. Yep. Nope. It goes left to right now in front of you. A span of about 80 feet wide river. That its current is pretty fast, but nothing like rapids. And then to your left, again, on your side of the river, a giant stone throne and some sort of skeletal moving creature.
And it would seem like past that creature, symmetrically, probably thus 40 feet or so past it, would have been where we came in if we took the left branch.
Probably it's a little hard to see with the rock in the way
I'm
and
just
the dim light.
but just trying to again orient myself like
Yeah.
so we came up, we'd sort of doglegged in, and then this is there. Okay, because like I said, I was picturing the
Yeah.
river was coming from like the middle, the wall that Burbage ran into, equivalent, and flowing that
Yep.
way. So it's like, wait, what? Where is this person?
Yep.
Person?
Really quick, in the river, can we tell if it's just made up of like, is it water with figures in it, or is it more like spiritual? You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
energy.
Yeah, good question. It appears to be water from where you are. The sound of it feels like a rushing river normally is. So
There's figures in it.
ghostly sort of. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And across the river, as you're just standing here, kind of looking around, being very quiet, that figure to your left maybe doesn't even notice that you're here. The deep sort of green light, you're just barely able to make out two temples across the river. Through decay and age, you can tell that they were even once really beautiful structures, and even some probably stained glass, though it's hard to see from this distance, is still kind of intact in a little bit there. Below those structures, then, closer to the river, are two fenced graveyards littered with grave markers, and two figures standing at the path between those graveyards. The figures sort of slowly sway and even lurch a little bit as they stand at their posts. What would you like to do, friends?
Okay, so if I use the ring now, then we have an hour. We just walk in, walk across the weird, spooky river. It probably won't actually kill us. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Walk in, get the book, walk back out, and we're golden, right? Super good. Everybody thinks we're a ghost. Totally fine.
That's not a bad plan.
It's like a massively wide river that appears to be filled with the, I don't know, the spirits of the dead. I'm not exactly looking forward to taking a swim in that.
Well, I don't know how else we get across the river.
Could someone fly?
I can't fly.
Flap, flap.
But Charity can fly, and can Clem fly?
A potion of flight, so somebody could take it and then
Yeah.
carry people.
Okay, so you take your potion of flight. Charity casts the fly spell thing that he has on us. Plug the ring in, turn the ring on. We fly across the river, pretend to be ghosts, get the book, fly back out. We're golden.
I'm not going to be casting that spell that makes you all fly. That's for if there's an actual fight. I get one of those a day.
Give the flight potion to Stormbringer, and she's strong, and she could ferry us across.
Great, okay, so I drink the flight potion, put the ring on, carry you all across the river. We go in, get the book, come back out, everybody thinks we're ghosts. We're golden.
I think once you say we're golden 3 times, we're golden.
Do we need to always stay near you once the ring is on, or is it a once you put it on thing, it affects all of us?
I mean, it's ambiguously written. I don't know how you intended that, Andy. It's written as within 50 feet of me are seen as ghostly, but like, is that when it turns on, or is that for the duration they need to be within 50 feet of me?
When it turns on, yes.
Okay.
So they can go outside of that 50 feet after that.
So no, you don't have to stay always near me once it's on.
Just as another question, why do we suppose that largish skeletal gentlefolk is staring at the river quite as intently? Second question, can undead, like, have their legs go to sleep? Why were they shifting their posture? I don't understand. They're skeletal. Third, your ring makes them think that we're undead, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they won't attack us. It just means that they think we're undead, so they don't possess the massive sort of hatred that they do of the living towards us.
Right, they might drag us down into that river of souls or something because we were supposed to be there.
That definitely seems like a job description that would fit, you know, the whole I'm sitting on a throne watching a river of spirits of the dead.
Oh, shit, you think it's trying to make sure that they don't escape?
Also, if I sort of like, you know, peer around the corner at this skeletal figure, who I can only assume is very talented at the piano, from the way you've described his looks, do I have any sense of what this creature is?
Give me an Arcana or a History check.
That's a pretty easy choice. Guidance on myself. Let's call that 25.
25. Interesting. You're not incredibly familiar with the later stages of necromancy. However, this has many similar attributes to what you've heard described as liches, but something about it still feels a little off. Like it almost as if someone was trying to become a lich and couldn't. And this is sort of a step down, a sort of cursed state.
Like a demi-lich?
Even demi-liches kind of are somewhat successful in what they are trying to do. This feels a little different, feels odd.
And I know that I'm just trying to remember what, you know, Galway knows, or what Charity knows, rather. Clem worked with Siren. Siren was really into the undeath. And
yes.
Even we've had some conversations about this. So, like, Charity will sort of, like, wait, like, do you know what that thing is? I'm not super familiar with necromancy, but I don't think it's a lich, but it almost looks like it might have tried to be one, which is not terribly comforting.
So Clem, as you then peek around the corner kind of at this creature, and you see the elongated arms and claw fingers of this creature, it's you know what it is. It's a bone claw. Something that tried to become a lich, but was not able to be the master of its own actions. Something else co-opted that spirit, and now it is a servant of something.
Also, with that name, all I can hear is Bone Claw is ready.
That's exactly what came into my mind, Galway.
What is that from?
The original,
Spider-Man?
it's the original Spider-Man. Bone Saw is ready.
I almost interrupted him to say it, but I was like, don't do it, Rachel. Don't interrupt.
And now, just canonically, that is the giant, like, now horrifically deformed skeleton of Randy Savage, who tried to become a lich.
Nice.
Makes sense. Yeah, so you're right. And this is said whispery, but it's hard to whisper in this voice, okay?
Yeah, I get you.
That is definitely something that tried to become a lich and it failed. It's called a bone claw. And now something else basically has its soul and it has to do whatever. It basically serves some other more powerful being. It's not good. It's really not good. I hate this shit.
And it's serving something.
Yeah.
Is it intelligent? Can we trick it into thinking that its master asked us to come here?
They are intelligent, yeah.
Yeah, they are intelligent.
How intelligent? Like, just enough for us to trick them, or like so intelligent that they're not gonna get tricked and they're just gonna kill us?
Clem, you would know that it depends on what they were in life.
It depends on what they were in life, you know? So if one of them was like, no, I'm not going to be mean and make comparisons. If one of them was a stupid person in life, then they'd be a stupid person after life. And if one of them was real smart and clever, then they'd be a real smart and clever now.
Hey,
So we won't know unless.
remember when we're trying to get Charity back and his body back from Shenik, and we were in the hallway, and I just closed the door on those two kids because I was like, that's too much fucking work right now, and that guy came out and was like, "What are you guys doing?" And I just smiled at him and was like, "We're here to clean," and then he went back inside. So I'm really good at lying.
So maybe we could tell him that Viridian called us to clean?
What happened while I was dead?
Maybe I could talk to him and lie.
It was a really stressful time with you, Charity. Everything turned out fine.
Yeah, it was fine. The guy didn't even blink an eye. He was like, "Oh yeah, that's fine. You're here."
Yeah,
I mean, maybe he was dumb, but I don't know.
So, okay, Clem, on a scale of 1 to 10, does this person sound 5 being exactly as dumb as a bone claw, 10 being much more dumb as a bone claw, and 1 being much less dumb as a bone claw? Please rate this for me.
The only way I could rate that is if this bone claw was that guy.
Oh.
As this is happening, Burbage, you see across the river now a couple white lights just kind of move between the structures a little bit.
At what speed?
Slowish, 15 to 20 feet around-ish.
Guys, the light's moving on the other side of this river. Just pointing it out because I noticed it, that's all. I think maybe we use the ring, right?
Yes.
We pretend to be ghosts because it's not like we're actually ghosts.
Well,
We're not dead and like experiencing purgatory or something. We would be pretending. And also, I once saw a play in Federo called The Mummy. And there was one very delightful scene when a character was being chased, or there were all these undead walking by, and he just kind of pretended to be one of them. And he was like, they were all chanting Imhotep, and so he started chanting Imhotep too. It was very funny.
So we should chant Imhotep?
Well, probably Formidian.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I know
Charity's concern.
right now, though.
I'm sorry, repeat yourself, Clem.
Somebody else is chanting for Midi, and I feel like we might look bad.
Yeah.
But before we do anything or expend any resources,
Charity's concern was that the river is full of ghosts. Maybe the scary bone claw man person, I don't know if it's a man, is keeping trapped here, perhaps. And if we pretend to be ghosts, they might try to put us in the river.
I thought too. I think that if we see ghosts, they're going to be like, "You're out of the river. You're supposed to be in the river," and then try to shove us in there.
So what if instead we don't put the ring on, and we just pretend that Formidian hired us to come clean?
Yeah. And here's an idea that Clem might like. I also saw another play in Federo called The Walking Dead with similar undead creatures. And at one point, a character rubbed themselves in guts and viscera to blend in and not be sensed as a living being.
Clem has lots of guts and viscera.
So let's just keep that
special to me.
We'll keep that in mind as an option.
Each of you begins to hear something kind of oddly high-pitched at first, and then gets louder, and it starts to echo, and it's just and your eyes dart to the river, and you see two ghostly figures start to slowly rise out of the river, both of them looking in your direction.
That's not great.
Almost as if they seem to sense you.
Is it ring time?
Ring time. It's ring time. I think it's ring
Ring
time.
time. We'll
Okay.
figure, because look, worst case scenario, Big Bone Daddy over there is in charge of trying to put us back in the river. If he thinks we're a ghost, we can fuck him up. It's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna stick my ring on, and
Okay.
so I'm choosing obviously everybody around me, not Bunglaw.
Okay. When you put the ring on the two figures in the river that have their eyes just so dark as their skin and hair sort of glows around them, they very slowly begin to sink back down into the river.
Hello, fellow undead people.
Hi, I'm a ghost.
4 million. 4 million.
I think that nobody was chanting was a good one, but I really appreciate that you're ready to start chanting.
Okay, all I can think of is freaking like Dilbert Strip from Dogbert recruiting for a cult and interviewing someone going, "Can you chant?"
So how about this? How about I drink the potion and we go up to this far side of the map where maybe the Boneclaw can't see us, and then I fly us really sneakily across the river over to here.
That works. I can probably carry the two smaller folk across. Not at the same
And
time.
Burbage, if you want to go into a bag, then that would be the time.
I'm just going to close my eyes and stick my arms out like this. And if somebody were to pick me up and put me in a bag, I'd be okay with it. And if it doesn't happen in the next 15 seconds, then I'm
As
diving
he
into this
talks, I
river.
stuff him into the bag.
Hold on.
So it gets mumbled like,
Hold on. Not meant as a terribly indelicate question. Burbage, how much do you weigh?
I weigh, well, at the beginning of the campaign, I weighed 35 pounds. But
Clem?
I'm going to go ahead and say that over the course of the campaign, I have built muscle due to adventuring, and I now weigh 36 pounds.
Clem? Wait.
I have no idea. Do you think that I have a scale in the mountains?
Okay, we're gonna call it I don't know, 37. You're big on one more than Burbage. All
Sure,
right, so
if you can carry Hikari, I can carry the two little ones at once. Or
What
Oh,
is
no.
Bond for-
no, don't. One, I don't think I can carry Hikari while flying. I'm not very strong. But I don't think I have to carry them at all. Because, very quietly now, my friend Seamus can.
I don't think people can breathe inside Seamus.
Yeah,
okay.
but it's gonna take like 5 seconds for me to fly over there.
Okay,
They can
fine.
hold their
10
breath.
10 ticking on the ring, so let's just Seamus can eat them,
Yeah.
and then we're good.
Again, what about Dawn Protector?
I will come back and carry her, cause I'm a Goliath, so I can carry her.
All right. Hey, Burbage, you get your wish. Seamus, get ready.
But excuse me, Hikari already put me in this bag. Burbage has his arms out of
Yeah.
I'm
Is it
just gonna
Stormbringer's
yank.
bag?
I'm just gonna like yank Burbage out and cram him into Seamus.
I don't
Okay.
want to go into I hate Seamus!
Get in the bag!
This isn't a picnic for me neither.
Clem, if you
in the
would.
bag! We're suffocating. I'll give you the potion.
Okay, here's the potion. Am I gonna die? I need to breathe.
Deep breath. Hold breath. In you go.
All right. You both disappear into Seamus.
I'm gonna chug the potion while Charity is flying across with those two.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm gonna fly over into sort of the. I'm just gonna arbitrarily call it north.
Sure.
Sort of part of the map because that seems like the farthest away from everything I can see. Right.
And
Yes.
I'm gonna follow Charity across carrying Hikari first.
Okay. All right. So the potion, I believe, is 10 feet around. Is that right? Right?
Well, it's I think 10-foot movement speed, so she could dash as well.
True.
That's a
Yes.
10 speed for 10.
Right on. Okay. So, and you do this simultaneously, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. So Charity starts to carry them as you start to fly Hikari over. Dawn Protector has her shield and axe out, just looking around, waiting. And as soon as you get over the lip of the river, down below you, 10 feet below you, we'll say maybe, you hear the voice from that skeletal figure. Friends, you've come to worship Famidian, the god. And it kind of quickly starts to move up closer toward the rest of you.
Formidian. Flap, 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 flap.
Friends, return to me, and I will help you across.
Oh, I think we're doing okay. Thank you, though. We appreciate the offer.
All right, as you're flying, then Charity. Charity, you're going to get to the other side completely here. Stormbringer and Hikari, you get kind of about halfway. Before the creature is up to Dawn Protector.
Spit him out, spit him out, spit him out, spit him out.
Can I chuck Hikari and go back for Dawn Protector? Do I think I can throw Hikari to the bank?
Maybe.
I'm a Goliath.
You are a Goliath. Give me a strength check. Or athletics. We'll say athletics.
Can I rage first? It's a terror rage, not an angry rage, but can I rage?
Sure. Yeah, you can rage first.
$16.
Okay. Hikari, Stormbringer is flying and tosses you as far as she can. You are going to splash down.
If
still about 15, 20 feet from the edge.
If
here.
I see that,
yes.
Would you allow me to act?
Like a reaction? Yes.
It's an action.
Not quite.
Okay.
Can I use my flash?
This seemed to happen really quickly as Stormbringer.
Ooh, flash of genius.
Oh, raged.
My flash of
Oh, flash of genius. That's going to add something to it.
5.
That's +5.
This is happening. Like as
So
I'm
that-
going through there, I'm gonna yell, "This isn't terrifying at all because I'm dead."
So a 19 is going to get you
21?
really close to the edge.
21.
Oh, a 20. I'm sorry, 21.
I
Yeah.
had 5.
You're going to splash a little bit, but you might be very close to making it here. As you just kind of splash, and the water only comes up to about 3 feet of you. It is incredibly cold, Hikari. And immediately these ghostly figures start to stop in the flow of the river, turn immediately toward you, and start to rush toward you as you barely pull yourself out of the water. However,
Spit him out, spit him out, spit him out. We got problems, Seamus.
please take 18 cold damage.
Really?
And Seamus, wow. Both Burbage and Clem topple onto the ground.
I'm going back for Dawn Protector.
Thank you, Seamus.
As fast as I can.
All right. You head back. Movement, that's all you can do since you kind of used your action to toss her. But you do now hear the creature kind of approaching Dawn Protector. Your friends, my friends, are using magic. That means something in this place. Maybe that means you're not dead.
She's super dead. See how I sound so dead? This
Dawn
is what
Protector,
dead people
I
sound
am
like.
quite dead.
Sound dead.
See, and she takes her axe and just sort of rubs it on her belly a little bit. And she goes, no blood.
See? No
Huh?
blood.
So I'm going to roll deception for
I'm
Dawn Protector.
assisting. I'm definitely assisting.
Okay, yeah, we'll give you an assist here. So she does that. She rubs it. See, no blood. And as she looks up, immediately, this long bony arm with claws strikes out at Dawn Protector.
How long does the potion last, Clem? I'm sorry, what?
Is my mic still being
Sometimes
shitty?
it's weird.
I don't know why. It's 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. Plenty of time.
As the creature strikes out, it long arms from even where it is, you see immediately its claws pierced into Dawn Protector, and Dawn Protector's trying to, in pain and trying to move away from this creature and can't really move at the moment. Why are you coming in this place and spoiling it with your life? And at this, why don't we go ahead and roll initiative?
I would, if there was one thing I could do when I saw
please,
her get
yeah.
stabbed.
At this point, yeah, go for it.
Dawn Protector, flask.
You see her, it pierced by these bony fingers. She sort of kind of holds it up a little bit as she's pulled it out of her pouch.
Yeah, and just drop it. You're good.
Okay. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and roll initiative. Please click on your characters. All right.
There we go. That is, by the way, 21 for Charity, an 18 for Burbage, a 14, I think, for Dawn Protector. I think that's the token. 13 for Clem, 12 for Stormbringer, a 6 for Hikari, a 15 for DM Alpha. That's a thing I love to see. And then DM Gamma and Omega are at zeros.
They're not doing anything yet. All right.
This is also like a tenuous grasp of the Greek alphabet. We skipped some things.
We skipped a couple things. All right. Charity, your first to act. You see this creature grab Dawn Protector. It doesn't look extremely hostile. It more just looks inquisitive still at this point. What would you like to do?
I'm going to hold my turn, if that's okay.
Sure thing. Burbage, then.
I literally... Well, I guess I can see?
Just barely, yeah. You see just the dim light coming from the river lights up everything a little bit in this place.
Well, I guess I could try to shoot him with my crossbows at disadvantage.
Okay.
I will do that with regular, boring old crossbow bolts. That wasn't set to disadvantage. Should I just roll again?
Yeah. On the other hand, at least the first one's a 28, so we've got a good baseline.
And 19. 19's good. 19 does hit. 5
piercing.
All right. Shooting across this river. You just hear it kind of slam into the bone and whatever rotting flesh is left. And it winces and it starts to look now across the river at all of you.
I'm going to use
What is the meaning of this?
I'm going to use my offhand crossbow too.
Okay.
Friends don't stab friends with their strangely long fingers. 19.
19 again.
19 hits. Yeah.
So the second arrow is or the second bolt is like Burbage is still like really freaked out, but like in response to what is the meaning of this, Burbage shoots him. That's the meaning of it. That's the meaning of it.
All right. At this, he starts to kind of pick Dawn Protector up. He's now trying to. You can see him now trying to move her over and into the water. But Dawn Protector is beefy. God, I can't believe I said that. Dawn Protector grabs on to the nearest rock, lets the holy oil or holy water just kind of slip from her grasp, is grabbing onto the nearest rock, and he's not able to pull her into the river. So he's just going to move up a little bit here. And that was his action.
And at that, did the thing shatter?
Would you like it to?
Yes.
Yes. Then yes.
As I hear the sound of breaking glass, I'll take my turn now.
Okay. Yep. So before Dawn Protector, you come in. What do you want to do?
You're going to see Charity sort of across the river. There will be a faint glowing light as he traces some sigils. In this place of undeath, I will make life. Animate objects on the 10 caltrops that have been soaking in holy water.
Okay.
That is my action. As my bonus action, I will send the mental command, kill it. And with that... Oh. Why you gotta be like that? I had figured it out once. Sad. Please hold.
No problem.
What happened?
The formula that I put in must have broken.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's weird.
Formulidian.
Yep.
I don't understand why it isn't working. All right, well, I guess I'll just do this 10 times. So,
Cool.
to hit, that is 9, 16, 22.
Anything 16 or above.
16 or above, so
Yep.
6 damage. Technically, this is piercing damage from them, but there was a reason I was marinating them in holy water.
Sure thing, yeah.
6 damage, 8 damage, so 14. 21, 29, 35, 41, 47, 47.
47 damage, all right. Very nice. They slam in and start to attack him, and it breaks his grip on Dawn Protector, and he starts kind of hissing.
Thank you for dropping the flask.
All right. And at this, Dawn Protector is going to step up and attempt a swing at this creature herself.
I'd also say she at the very least, I'm willing to forego the flanking for the little creatures, but I feel like she should get flanking advantage.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely.
He's basically in a cloud of buzzsaw.
Oh, one of those was a critical hit.
Yes!
Oh my gosh.
Yes! Party
So this
NPCs!
Yeah, Dawn Protector rushes up, and because of the flanking advantage, got a critical hit. Takes the axe, slams into him just one time, enough for him to turn slightly back to her as her axe is coming straight down on his chest, cracking ribs. This is going to do 3 times the damage, or up to half the hit points. Yeah, if that's more than 3 times, which I don't think it is. Splitting the ribs, breaking them, shattering the bone across. This creature looks really hurt at this point.
Sweet.
Dawn Protectors. Cover's blown, it seems.
No,
And
we're just having a friendly dispute with weapons.
Clem. So Clem, as you are about to go here,
No complications arise.
no complications
your
arise at
turn.
all. One of those ghostly figures that you had seen before rises up in front of you out of the water.
We were ghosts.
Yep, good thing you're ghosts. And is looking toward the person on the far end, looks around, sees these individuals. It looks like it saw Charity cast a spell. It's going to move over toward you. No, cancel that. Okay. And it's going to begin to wail. So I need Charity, Burbage, Clem, and Hakari, not Stormbringer, to roll Constitution saving throws, please, as this wail and screech overpowers you nearly.
Clem
Natural
laughs.
20.
Oh, shit.
I laugh in its face as it wails at us.
16.
11 for Burbage.
Okay.
And a 10 for Hikari.
Yeah. Clem, you almost instinctually take some moss from a component's pouch of yours and plug it into your ears as you start to hear this screech. Charity, you're just kind of able to withstand it, and you look at your friends Hakari and Burbage, who are kind of standing up, trying to get back into the fight. They both look at you, Charity, and then their eyes drift and close, and they fall to the ground. And Clem, it is your turn.
Great.
So Burbage and Hakari have looks from your perspective looks like they passed out.
Do I get the feeling
Hooray!
that do I get the feeling that if we take out Big Skeleman, that the ghosts would maybe stop attacking, or I have no idea.
Ooh, you just have no relationship to base this on. Maybe you don't know how in charge of things he is.
Okay, I'm gonna
Charity, take 10 psychic damage. You saved it, but there's still a little bit of stuff there. Sorry, go ahead, Clem.
I'm gonna cast the very exciting firebolt over
Okay.
at him across the way.
I mean, that thing brained a rock, so.
You cast Firebolt. Okay. Go ahead and give me a roll. I see it says Clem, but it doesn't say.
Yeah, it's like, Clem?
Clem wants to do something.
Don't I just click the word, or am I crazy?
Yeah, and your attack sheet. Yeah. You can also roll a spell
I don't have
attack.
in my attack sheet. I have them in my spell things, but usually I could just click it
Oh.
and it shows up. So.
Sometimes that works. Sometimes that's weird.
That is the description of Firebolt.
Neither of those things works. That's fun. Okay, I'm just gonna roll a
Spell attack. Yeah.
That's an at 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no. Oh, that's 2 in a row.
Let's go ahead
Wow.
and get a critical. You shoot this firebolt at it. You aim just a tiny bit lower. As the bolt slams into the legs shatter into a million pieces, and it drops to the ground. It looks around at the rest of you, and it's next to Dawn Protector. It seems to be kind of slipping out of consciousness, and it just says, "Friends, protect, avenge Wulfric Elvar." And it slips not only to the ground, even into the river itself.
I'm so sorry. I was chewing a rice cake. What did it say?
It said to avenge him.
What's
Something.
Wulfric.
Wulfric Elvar.
Can you put that in chat so I can spell it correctly?
Sure. There you go.
Isn't Elvor the last name of Ponway?
Stormbringer, your turn.
Oh,
Wait, do I get like a bonus action or something? Can I try?
Oh, sure,
and,
sure. Yeah, if you want to move or bonus action, go for it.
I'd like to see if I can slap Burbage
Okay.
awake.
You rush over to Burbage, you slap him. Nothing. He's not
Slap
sleeping.
him really hard.
You slap again really hard this time. Whack!
He's not.
Elbow him right in the crotch.
Elbow him right in the crotch. Nothing.
He's
Pick it
not.
up. Frustrations.
He's not fond of slapping. I don't know how he feels about the elbowing and the crotch. Didn't try that
Well,
one.
do you bring
first.
somebody back? I don't know.
All right.
So it's my turn now.
Yes.
Hey,
Oh,
I tried.
I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost. It's okay. Nobody needs to avenge anybody. I'm just gonna fly over here. It's all good. We're fine. I'm a ghost. I have to dash to get there, so that's, I think, pretty much all. But I am
Yeah.
trying very hard to convince the ghost that I'm a ghost.
Give me a deception check, please.
With
Oh, it-
advantage?
Oh, it's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
It started dead, I guess.
I think she means the ghosty ghosts that rose
Like
up.
below in the river.
No. I wasn't. No, sorry. I was saying.
15.
A 15's not bad. A 15's not bad. Well done. Yeah. You see another figure almost starting to rise up out of the water, and it kind of looks up at you as the river passes overhead, and then it sort of sinks and drifts back down again.
Okay, Dawn Protector, so you just gotta sound like this, and we'll fly to the other side. You'll be good.
Fly over me.
Hikari,
Yep.
you are unconscious. Charity.
Bonus action. I'm going to command the animated objects to get over to us.
Okay.
They have a speed of 30 feet, so I'm assuming they'll just use their dash to get
Sure.
over here and kind of form almost keeping them in like that same shape, but just using that to form a defensive ring.
Gotcha. Yeah, something
Um,
like that.
Yeah. And then quickly checking Burbage, because from what I could see, the same thing happened to Burbage and Hikari, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Do I think he is asleep? Do I think he is some kind of deeper unconscious? Do I think he is at 0 hit point, above the table, 0 hit
Sure.
points?
Yeah. Give me a medicine check.
19?
Would you do your guidance
I
on that?
can't. It's
Or-
concentration.
Right on, right on.
And I
Um,
want those boys.
Certainly. With a 19, he is certainly unconscious. He looks incredibly hurt on near death's door.
All because Clem elbowed him in the crotch.
Yes. That made him start to have to take death saving throws. Yeah. Nah. Oh, actually. Stormbringer. Stormbringer, you get a ping in the back of your head. Burbage is down, and it doesn't look good.
I'm not in control of the sweater.
I think you are technically.
Am I?
Yeah. It's technically yours. Because he's unconscious, he can't do anything.
Okay.
Ping.
A ping.
Interesting.
So I would assume you would like to help out there.
Yes.
Okay. So as Charity, you're looking at this, Burbage, it looks nearly dead. And as this is happening, you see the sweater itself sort of moving and kind of wrapping around like his neck, almost into his head a little bit. The sweater itself is almost just kind of covering him up, and then there's this kind of bluish glow about it. And Burbage, Burbage, you are awake at 1 hit point.
Jesus Christ.
Those things drop you down to 0 points if you fail?
Banshees are so scary.
Charity's going to sort of see that and go, that was a very good present. And then fuck it, might as well. I'm gonna cast aid because all of this seemed bad. Targeting Burbage, Hikari, and Clem.
Okay.
Each of them will gain 5 hit points, and their max goes up by 5. But this does count as healing for Hikari.
Correct.
Is this going up from the already increased values?
Yes, this is another layer of aid that's been put in. I was just using it because I really wanted to get Hikari healing, and after that bullshit, let's just go ahead and spend it this way.
So my max
Beautiful.
increases by how much?
5.
5.
And I get 5 hit points.
And
back.
you get 5.
You're at 6. Hikari, you are at 5. You also wake up from that. Your eyes blink open. You're not necessarily hurt, though. Your brain, it takes a second to focus again. You still hear that screech in the back of your head, and then it dies down, and you're able to notice your friends around you again.
Woo! That was some party.
Charity, was that it for your turn?
Yes, and also for Hikari, we might kill video, and I'll figure out an overlay. It's not going well.
It's not cool. Okay. Yeah, Darce, go ahead and just cancel the video and be on with voice.
To leave and come back to.
Lovely. Wait, try your voice.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
We can
Much
hear it right now.
Oh.
Yay. Beautiful. Okay. Then Charity, was that the end of your turn? You said yes, I think.
Yes. Because now I've gone into troubleshooting stream.
Oh, I can't hear you at all. Why can't?
Why is everyone going? Why
Okay.
does everyone leave me?
Gotcha. Okay, Charity, that was the end of yours. I
Yes,
assume.
sorry. I was
Okay.
saying that is the end of my turn, and now I go to desperately tech ghosting.
Beautiful. You're good. Burbage, your turn.
Jesus Christ. So what is the situation?
Shit be fucked.
Yeah, you stay awake. You see these floating little caltrops trying to desperately defend you from this ghostly creature that has emerged out of the river. Yeah. That's it.
I have 2.5 healing potions. I might drink half of a healing potion.
Okay.
Am I able to? So that that's a use an object action. I'm using my fast hands to use my bonus action to drink half a healing potion.
Cool. Okay.
So what? How many? What do I roll?
1d4 plus 1.
1d4 plus 1.
Andy and I haven't had to roll a lot of healing potions.
Right.
So I get 3 hit points back.
So you're up to 9.
9. Jeez. Yeah. All right, but I'm awake. Am I able to turn my icon, or is it? Maybe we don't expect Burbage to be up for much longer, so maybe just leave him sideways.
Maybe.
So can I? The caltrops are pretty small, so there's like space between the caltrops. If I wanted to
and they're
try
also
to
like
shoot this
hovering
thing.
up and around.
Yeah. And they're engaged with this creature.
All right, I will try to shoot this thing with my crossbows, or I guess just my regular crossbow because I used my bonus. That's a 12. I might. Part of me is like, maybe it's okay if Burbage misses, because if he hits this thing, maybe it's gonna draw its attention.
I'd also say if the scrubs at the river knocked us to 0 HP and you have inspiration, I just hold it. There's still something that owns these people that they worship as a god.
Yeah. So I'll just that's my attack. It's a 12.
12 hits.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're good.
Are caltrops an ally?
Yes, they are engaged with it.
Sure
Creature.
as hell don't want to see
So
them
I
attack you.
use sneak
All
attack.
right, sneak attack. Oh, jeez. That's
Oh,
That was a
40
really good one.
damage on that one bolt. Well done.
nice.
Yeah, so as you do that, this creature, the bolt goes straight through its head, and it nearly dissipates entirely, and it flickers for a second, and it tries to steady itself and look around, and you see a flashing glance of fear on its face as it looks toward you. That guy's dead. Dawn Protector just sort of jumps in your arms, Stormbringer, and is like, looks like your friends need our help.
Right, remember we're ghosts, so go, oh, I'm a ghost.
Right, I will do that.
Okay, good.
And it's going to try to rush through these things toward you, Burbage. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of your caltrops, I think, get opportunity attacks. And anything above a 12.
That might have been more than I meant to roll. Sorry.
No, you're good. It does. Yeah. I've seen enough here. As it's rushing toward you and it's starting to screech, before it can get to you, these little tiny creatures just slam into it from all manner of sides, and it completely dissipates. You just feel a whoosh of air just rush past you. It is dead.
Ooh.
Dead-er.
Dead-er.
Extra dead.
And because Stormbringer, you were able to deceive these creatures in, it's going to take you a little bit, but you're able to make it across the river.
Okay, that sucked a lot. And I think it probably took like 3 minutes. So we have 57 minutes left.
No, that was like 12 seconds.
No, that
Combat in
was more than
D&D.
2 rounds, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it took another 6 rounds to just get across the river.
Oh, right.
Stormbringer, yeah.
So remember, we're ghosts and we have a timer.
But also, some people need a lot of healing.
I can't do that. I'm a ghost.
Are we
Yes. Oh, nope, not anymore. Yeah, everything's dead.
Can I drink my special Baja Blasts?
You can extreme healing potion, yes.
The
You still
Baja
have
Blast
one of
healing potion.
those? That's great.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, how much do you roll for that?
I'd like to drink all of it.
Deal. How much does it say? Oh, okay. Extreme healing potion. Why did it autocorrect to healing potion recipe Skyrim? Wild.
That's on you, DM.
Uh, 64.
64 or 6d4?
6d4 plus 6.
Okay, can you roll
Sure.
this for me, actually?
So whatever this is plus 6, 18, 24 total. So add 24 to your 5.
And also, technically,
Cool.
but I feel like I have very few spells, and I was kind of hoping to save it so that I could bring people back if I need to.
That'd be good.
Is anybody who's got beefier healing want to maybe heal Burbage and Hikari some more? Or?
Yes. I'm just also the tech ghost who's desperately trying to...
I can also
You're good.
heal myself since I'm a healer, so. And Burbage, if I want. But
Andy,
My highest spell slot is 2, so I can't actually do much, so I want to save them to bring people back. Sorry, Adam.
it's okay. When Burbage woke up, was the sweater still like around his head or whatever? Like, to what extent was Burbage aware of anything that happened with the sweater?
Right, the sweater was just normal return to sweater when you woke up.
Okay, all right.
So nothing. You're all down to 0. Where you were down to 0. And actually, yeah, as we then figure out some healing here in this cold, dank, dark place, why don't we actually take a break? Go to the bathroom, manage some fluids, tech ghost just a little bit, and then we'll come back for the last part of today's session.
All right. We'll be back in just a few minutes, everybody.
Yeah. we were able to just get across a crazy, nasty, scary river. And all of our friends are now on the side of the temples. Made a lot of noise getting across with the screeching banshee. And Hakari is just able to cast heal on herself to get back up. And Burbage, I think you were going to drink some potions.
Sorry, Charity will hand you a couple of potions of greater healing. I recommend you take these.
Right, yeah. I think I could use these. Should I chug them like at a kegger?
I mean, I'd like that.
Chug, chug,
Do
chug,
you have to stand
chug,
on your head,
chug,
or
chug, chug.
What do I roll?
4d4 plus 4, I think.
Yeah.
For each of them.
Wait, 4d4
Plus
once, and then 4d4 again?
4. Yes.
what? So 8d4 plus 8.
8d4 plus 8 is your total. Sorry. You're just drinking them, just powering them down.
Powering through them. Yeah.
So that's 17 plus. Plus 16, so 33 points. All right, I'm up to 42 out of 99, but out of 139.
Gotcha.
Do
Any
you
more healing? Oh, yeah.
do you want me to do cure wounds?
Yeah, maybe do a cure
give you
wounds
more?
on him as well.
Okay. Sorry, it's just
Maybe
gonna
at
take
like
me.
level 2.
Uh-huh.
That's 15 more.
Nice.
All right, that brings me up to 57.
Charity's gonna chuck you one more greater healing potion.
Oh, your healing potions taste like cough syrup, Charity.
I think I bought them in Diefield.
Oh, yeah, that's why they taste so familiar. Well, all right, here goes. Chug, 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 chug.
It's another 14.
14. You know what that brings me to? Oh, it's not. Can it be 12? Because then it would bring me to 69.
No! Take the extra goddamn healing. I am trying to, like, between Hakari and I, we are trying to replenish, like, 250 points of HP loss here. Which we got from the bouncer. We're not even in the club yet.
A few of those lights begin to drift your way.
Oh,
as
piss
you're,
off.
healing.
Remember, we're ghosts. Okay?
We're ghosts and piss off.
You're not doing it right.
what are these people over here?
These were figures that stood next to the graveyards that are just kind of standing there, swaying slowly. In the...
Dead things. Like us. Because
Just like
we're ghosts.
us.
Do we want to go inside a temple, maybe?
Yes, because one of these temples has the book.
Also, the caltrops are no longer up.
Gotcha, cool.
I would
Oh.
say keep those tokens around, but you know.
Gotcha, yeah.
But which temple do we go into?
I don't know.
Or
They look
right?
exactly the same.
I mean, right served us well before, so we could just stay on the right.
Did it?
I don't know.
Did it?
We're
I mean,
ghosts.
To be fair, I think we would have been in the exact same predicament on the left.
Hey.
I'm
well,
sorry you died.
well,
We all died.
because we're ghosts.
Oh, right. I'm a ghost.
Okay, good. good. Let's try the one that's closest to us.
What is the geography I'm looking at on this map? Like, is this scalable, or is this actually at a height?
Yeah, it's not much different. Yeah, it starts to turn into kind of a sand over here.
Okay.
Whereas the river is mostly in rock area.
It looked like it was like sort of, it could be a cliff. That was what I couldn't tell.
Not quite.
Sure, I guess let's just try the close one. Do you suppose there's a lending library of the Twilight?
So feel free to move. Go slowly, but wherever you'd like.
I may, if we get to a place where like there aren't these little lights sort of floating over to us at some point, I may try to heal Burbage and Hikari a little bit more. But definitely everything here seems to get real pissy about magic. So
Right. And these things are just look almost like they're watching a little bit.
Cool, great, fuck off.
They're not really advancing too much. So as you kind of look, you see some stained glass here, depicting what looks to be a stalwart knight in armor defending a townsfolk in this stained glass here.
Does he bear any familial resemblance to Ponway?
No, not necessarily. Especially not in the stained glass depiction.
Are there any inscriptions like around the window or?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
They're watching me. Fine, just normal perception. Actually, at this, I'll probably like, can anyone see if there's an inscription? Looking for help here.
Inscription. Inscription, not prescription.
Inscription, yeah.
Can I see an inscription?
Perception check, please.
I'll help you, Charity.
10.
Yeah, there's nothing really. If there was something, it was worn away by time. You don't see much.
Nat 20, bitches.
Stormbringer, there's some sort of fine, more detailed work in kind of the lower left-hand corner of this stained glass, and it almost looks like it's depicting kind of an uprising. And now that you are looking at the painting, you see the little uprising is just below the boot of this figure. But really, yeah, you don't see much else. No inscription.
Anything about this that reads Twilight to me?
Not necessarily.
I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
Just celebratory fascism.
Yeah.
Anything about this that reads especially not Twilight to me? Like opposite of Twilight or definitely not Twilight?
Not necessarily, no.
And I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, however, with that nat 20 and a total of 25, you see a bit of movement in the temple itself. And as you look over, you see about 9 or 10 cloaked, hooded figures sitting on pews, all facing the same direction, just sitting there.
Formadian. Formadian.
Hey, there's a lot of people in there. They're kind of all cloaked and facing the same way, and I don't know what that means. They're on pews.
Which way are they facing?
Facing the pulpit. They're definitely facing the pulpit.
Yeah, up here. Facing up here.
Can Burbage see any wardrobes or piles of spare cloaks lying around
me a
anywhere?
perception
Like right here.
Yeah. $21. Burbage, as you're sort of looking around, you do see a figure of bones in similar robes right over here by this pillar.
Like non-moving bones.
So far.
Have we seen
far-
for the just to clarify as much
Yeah.
as it's also Stormbringer's role, can she see any like flesh on the figures that she saw? Like, does she see hands, etc., if they're sitting there praying?
Right. Specifically, no. Everything is covered up. These robes cover entirely the body, and they are folded in almost as if the hands would be clasping, and then the robes completely cover the hands.
And so to be clear, that is not a spare cloak that I see. It is just another figure wearing a cloak.
Not sitting, but like splayed out on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the dead stay dead so well in this place.
I don't think Burbage feels like taking a cloak off of a skeleton right now.
Should we just try to walk in and pretend to be ghosts?
Charity, a light glints in the stained glass, almost as if a torch has been lit, like right behind you.
Like behind me?
Yes,
Like
you,
closer to the riverbank.
you even almost see a little bit of your shadow projected now on the wall.
Oh, good. There's something behind us.
And as you turn around, there's nothing there. Whatever was casting a shadow is gone. There's no light, no glint anymore.
Muted. I don't see anything with my lantern that shows invisible things.
Invisible things? No.
Well, what about Burbage's ability? If I can hear my blind sense, hidden or invisible, within 10 feet of me.
Nothing is hidden nor invisible within 10 feet of you.
Okay. So there's something behind us that we can't see. Probably isn't invisible.
Maybe we're just going insane.
Probably.
I love Stormbreaker's
right.
commitment to this.
What about, okay, so can I look around to see if there's any books, visible processes,
So
Avatarana?
convenient.
Sure thing. With
Just
that,
like, oh, hey, found it. We out.
with that 21, you don't see anything. You kind of look up toward the pulpit. Maybe there's like something up here. No, you don't see that. You just
Okay, as a note, do we see the big fucking staircase that is very clearly on the map?
yes, yeah. You do
Just-
see some stairs going down here.
Just
Yeah.
as a note. I wanted to
Yeah.
make sure because we hadn't had a description of that. I'm like, there's
Sure.
a big obvious staircase that Galway's looking at.
I don't think we're supposed to go into the basement in a horror movie. You know what I mean?
but that's probably where the book is, because it's in the shadows of the Twilight Temple.
Yeah, but maybe it's in the other shadows of the other Twilight Temple.
So the options are sneak over there and check out and see if anything reads more Twilight, or just walk in here and pretend to be ghosts.
Option 3, Burbage sneaks in here and has the fallback of pretending to be ghosts, and then the fallback beyond that is everybody loves a fireball.
Hey, y'all don't need to sneak.
Son of a bitch!
Hey, that's good to know. We're ghosts, right? Ghosts don't need to sneak.
Okay, y'all don't need to be sneaking though. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, we're looking for the Twilight Temple because we're ghosts. Hi. Do you know where
Hi.
the Twilight Temple is?
Oh, hey, you know what? Both these are just considered the Twilight Temples. This whole thing, we're in Twilight here because
Oh yeah.
Well- Who's speaking right now?
you look around and you see a ghostly figure, translucent, nearly entirely, giving off just a sort of a blue glow from their person.
If something was in the shadow of the Twilight Temple, where
Uh-huh.
might that be?
Oh, that's a weird way to put it. I don't know. We're all in shadow here, kinda.
Yeah, it's really
Hey, what's your
confusing.
name? I'm Evelyn.
My name's Snow Mountain Baller. It's
Snow
nice to
Mountain
meet
Baller,
you,
okay.
Evelyn.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
It's nice to meet you, Evelyn.
Yeah, if you're a ghost, you don't have to talk like that. You can just talk normal. It's fine.
Just trying to commit to being a ghost. I'm kind of new to it.
Listen, I know honey, I was the same way when I first got here. Didn't exactly know what I was. Didn't exactly know how I fit in. I hear you, okay? I hear and see you, but y'all dead, okay? So we can move on now, and I'll show you around.
Oh, thank
That
God.
sounds so great. Thank you, Evelyn.
Yeah, no problem. See,
it's just
doesn't that feel
hard
better?
to-
You just
Yeah.
your natural voice just coming out like that.
It's really nice.
Right. Go here. Come on, follow me.
Cool, yeah.
She'll glide.
Can I make an insight check on this ghost?
Of course.
Ah, fuck.
A 6.
You don't read a lot of ghosts, but this one seems trustworthy.
20, not nat.
Honestly, Charity? Yeah, actually, she seems a little genuine. Like, this is, yeah. She kind of might just be the welcoming spirit to this area.
Okay, so the read of Applebee's hostess was correct.
Yep. Hikari is as Dawn
Applebee's
Protector.
hostess, played by Zach Galifianakis.
Okay. I like it. As Dawn Protector moves past you, Hikari, you hear her say, "Keep your weapon out. I don't trust it." And then moves.
I do a
Mock salute.
Nice. And yeah, so if you're following them, this person, Evelyn, just kind of moves straight through these two ghoulish figures by the graveyard. And as you pass the lights, the will-o-wisps, they don't attack. They just seem to be kind of, their presence is here. So yeah, as you move through the graveyard into the more of the space, she sort of stops and turns around and, well, okay, now on your right, up here a little bit more to the north, that's the Temple of Order. Okay, that's the Temple of Borir. Some call him the Many-Eyed God. It's a little interesting. He's one of the twin gods here. The other temple is the Temple of Eris. That is the Temple of Chaos. Eris is the god of wanderers. In fact, they're depicted in these two statues here, and you see in the statues two twin children facing away from each other. Legend has it that they were always fighting. They were always doing the opposite of each other. One would open a door, the other would open a window, kind of thing. But yeah, so between order and chaos is the staging area for the next great army. That is us. We are here to serve Formidian, as I'm sure you know because you were drawn here. And Formidian likes us to just wait for him to return. And as soon as he is returned, we will take over the world. So I know. Pretty good, right? Right? It is.
Yeah,
Any questions y'all have?
So like you said, like they're like opposites of each other. Is that like
Sure.
manifested in the temples? Like, are there things about the temples that are opposites about each other?
We'll see how that one's over there. That other one is over there.
Absolutely.
Right.
But,
So it's kind of
is there
like an
anything
opposite.
else? Like,
I don't really go into the temples too much. I know some of the ghosts like to congregate in the chaos, and I know, just don't go into the order. That one's creepy.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Avoid it.
Well,
Those
why is it creepy?
Oh, there's some things that aren't really alive, but certainly aren't exactly undead either. Almost, they even give me the freakies. So, maybe don't step in there.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it is weird. Listen, did y'all bring your own weapons, or do we need to find some for you?
Yeah, look, I've got a lot of weapons. I'm
Oh, you
very
do? Oh,
ghostly
dear.
I
weapon.
could. Do you have sort of storerooms, storehouses? When I was alive, I was of a more sort of magical persuasion.
Oh,
Do
interesting.
do you
Oh, do
perhaps
you mean
have?
Wolfric? He used to be magical too.
Oh, briefly, he didn't mention that he had been. But do you have sort of a library or anything where perhaps I could try to regain some oomph to help serve in the glorious cause?
We don't have much of a library. See, all the books that we get here, in fact, most of the things that we get up in here, we just sort of throw into the shadows.
Yeah,
Up
but
in
you
the
said you didn't know about shadows before because everything was shadows. So which specific shadows?
right. Well, there's a couple. Do y'all know what the Shadowfell is?
No, I don't. Tell me like I'm an idiot. What's a Shadowfell?
Shadowfell is kind of a realm of shadows. It's not even in this world. But these two temples have a portal there. And sometimes we get things, presents of something, and then we are supposed to just toss them in there.
And you do that pretty regularly?
I mean, pretty regularly, yeah. Whenever, whenever Deathkeeper kind of tells us to.
Excuse?
Deathkeeper?
Deathkeeper, the Goliath, he used to be a chief or something, and he kind of heads the army. In fact, I feel like that's him over there. And she kind of points to the north a little bit, and there's that
Oh, fuck me running.
that sort of weird glowing effect again, that torchlight, almost light emanating from something that isn't even there.
Hey, Evelyn, how about this?
Yeah.
Deathkeeper, I hardly know her.
What?
Oh god, that's a joke. Oh my god, I totally. Do you remember the last time I heard a joke like? Oh shit. Oh, you're precious. You know what? There's some walking over here that like to sleep in the ground. Just let me know anytime you pop back up. I just want to like hear you talk. Your accent is so adorable.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Isn't that right, Deathkeeper? And behind you.
People here keep appearing, and it's very surprising.
That was a giant horse, not a Goliath.
I'm of a nervous disposition.
Oh, sorry about that. Deathkeeper kind of comes and goes. Yeah, there's yeah. And behind you is a black horse with flames as its mane and tail, its mouth breathing a wavy sort of visual air as heat emanates from it, its eyes glowing, and then oddly enough sort of scars on its back kind of glow as well, as if the skin is cracked. And sitting atop this beast is a knight, some sort of armored giant creature. I mean, giant as in Stormbringer sized. And he looks down over the rest of you.
Is that a nightmare?
It is a nightmare. Yes, it is. And he looks down over the rest of you. New recruits. Is that correct?
Yep, that's
Hi.
correct. Hi.
You cannot start trouble here.
We didn't want to.
Some of the Goliaths, even in death, don't want to be ruled in this way.
But you're okay with that?
Of course. I made the deal with Formidian.
Oh, like the OG? Like the original?
I am the original chief of the mountain tribes.
Oh.
How did these non-Goliaths come to die and be brought here?
I kamikazed and just like they just kind of like got attached to me or something. I don't know. I blew myself up and they died with me, and then they kind of are stuck on me. Stuck on the, that song? Yeah.
Lord Formidian takes all kinds.
Just as a question, Captain, General, Lord, Deathkeeper?
Lord.
Okay, Lord. Aveline has been very helpful. We were, of course, drawn here, compelled to come to serve Lord Formidian, but she said that when Lord Formidian returns, then there will be the whole glorious war, the world is ours.
Yes.
Where is Lord Formidian, if not here?
He is trapped still in the Shadow Realm.
Big Yu-Gi-Oh fan?
He did some collecting in his youth. And now he collects secrets, powerful items, gold.
So he's in the shadow realm, the shadows that Aveline here was mentioning to us, like where you take the tribute offered by the living and
Yes.
sort of hork it in there, and he's in there.
Yes.
So why has he not returned? There seems to be quite an impressive army already formed up.
He will return. That is all you need to know.
Read you loud and clear. Not asking any more questions.
I'd like to do an insight check on Deathkeeper to see, does Burbage think that... Oh,
And at that, he'll
he's gone.
vanish
Okay.
out of sight. But you can go ahead and give me an insight on what he said.
No, Burbage was interested to see if he'd appreciate the Deathkeeper
Okay.
joke. So
Gotcha.
it's beside the point now.
Oh,
So can you
my
show us?
goodness. Whew.
I know, right? I got
Yeah.
chills. He's
He
intense.
scares me. He's powerful, that one. So just, be on your best behavior while you're here.
Absolutely. He seems like he'd be a really great leader and definitely would never like curse his people to a horrible death or anything.
Yeah.
He's great. Or horrible end death, I guess.
Oh, looks like you still got just a little bit of life clinging to you. And she's pointing to Hikari at this point. Don't mind them. They'll suck it out and you'll be fine.
Sup?
Sorry. That one has, you'll notice this one with the red hair has got like 3 shadows. That's not normal. Actually, in fact, around here, there's not a lot of shadows, just kind of on the wall. Everything's sort of shadow, so it's weird.
That's weird. I'm sure it'll get better.
And you see sort of black shadows of Hikari as if bright daylight were shining down on her, 3 of them in different angles.
Does Hikari usually have 3 shadows and we just never noticed?
Nope.
So that's just
Interesting.
that's nothing to be concerned with. That'll just sort of resolve itself.
Yeah. Sometimes people have just a little bit of life clinging to them, and the shadows will just sort of, just like little sucker fish on the bottom of the lake, they'll just kind of eat all that up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, don't worry.
That's
all good.
Good to know. That we don't need to be worried about that at all.
Yeah.
So you said that this was the Temple of Eris, the Chaos?
Yeah, the one down here. Yep, it's Eris. She's got a chaos and whatnot.
Chaos sounds kind of fun. That was
She
sort of
sounds. She sounds like the way better god.
Oh, don't let Borir hear you say that. Oh my goodness.
I'm just saying, he sounds really boring.
There's so many things that I shouldn't let Borir hear me say.
Hey, so can you show us like just TikTok the shadow portal, just because I'm curious, the one through maybe Eris's temple?
I don't go near the portals too much, but yeah, I'll kind of point you in the right direction if you want. And she'll start
you.
gliding toward the temple.
Burbage is
Eris.
going to say to Hikari as we walk, like, hey, Hikari, do you think maybe you could, pray to Eris and ask for, help finding the process Avatarana?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I think if we go to the temple, there might be a good chance.
/ maybe pray to Eris and ask if she can keep the shadows from sucking your life away, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, so Dawn Protector, Kari, everyone kind of moves into this temple down here. I assume Clem is probably coming. And then she waves toward the sort of altar again, where all the pews are kind of facing. She'll kind of wave in this direction. It's up there somewhere. I forget which one. One of them's a little harder to find. I forget if it's order or chaos. Yeah. And you kind of, Stormbringer, as you approach these stairs here, you look down and almost as if several floods have kind of inundated this area and then receded. The stairs are basically full up with sand, just about 3 or 4 feet down.
Weird.
And that doesn't really go anywhere? Pointing to the staircase in the sand, talking to Evelyn.
Oh, not really. Some of the ghosts around here, they're pretty skittish about going anywhere other than the temple walls, because they don't trust a lot of the folk that we've collected. And as she's kind of talking about this, you see about 5 other spirits kind of peek out from behind columns and around corners.
Hi.
Stormbringer, this spirit down here looks very familiar.
Like my dad, maybe?
Like how you remember your father looking, yes.
Stormbringer's gonna stare at him really awkwardly too long, and then just snap her gaze away and go look over where she said the thing was.
Yeah, feel free to kind of move around a little bit where you'd like to look.
Cool, let's find these portals. Yeah.
Anyone else kind of looking in this area, or?
I'd be looking around probably generally for portals, anything else that seems particularly interesting, etc.
Sure.
Yeah,
Give me a
same.
perception check.
I could just assist Charity.
Cool. All right. Clem's helping you look around.
So are we in one of the temples?
You are in the Temple of Eris. Yes.
Eris. Okay.
15.
And really quick, that thing where I would ask is, what's that called?
Divine Intervention?
Where is that?
On your skills section.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So 15, 14 perception. Yeah, 15 perception, Charity. You're looking around and nothing seems like a portal. Though it is a bit cooler up here.
Maybe that ghost over there knows. Because I'm a ghost. I'm not supposed to do that anymore. Hi, ghost.
It's okay, you're new.
Hello.
Do you know where the portal is?
Sorry. Actually, in fact, roll initiative, everyone.
What?
Charity, not you yet.
Everyone rolling?
Yeah,
Wait,
everyone
we're
go
rolling
ahead.
initiative?
Roll
I
initiative.
thought we were all getting it wrong.
Yeah, everyone's getting along real good.
Where's Charity?
I don't
Where
know.
is Charity? That's weird.
I don't know. I don't like it. So help.
Okay. Oops, sorry, Dawn Protector. Sorry, I forgot Dawn Protector. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. There we go. All right. Stormbringer. Charity kind of you just kind of hear Charity murmuring for just a second, like, oh, I wonder what's kind of over, and then it stops dead as you're talking to this
Dead.
as you're talking to this ghost. What would you like to do?
I mean, does the ghost? I already asked, right? Does the ghost respond to me before I do anything?
Yeah. He says, I do not go by the portal where they seem to toss all of the remnants of this world.
This is the one you said looked like my dad, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's really great to know. But where do they toss things? Really quick. Where do they toss things?
Somewhere over there.
Okay, thank you. I'll be back to talk later.
Okay.
5,
5, 10,
15.
Hey, other ghosts who are new, who are stuck to me. Charity's kind of, I don't know, somewhere. Let's find Charity.
Is that
20,
20?
15, 20, 10. Yep.
Can I make a perception check now that I'm up here?
Sure.
See if I can figure out where Charity went or where the portal is.
Sure.
Not. I know everything about this place.
Stormbringer with a crit hit, 25. Just barely audible. You think you hear, Stormbringer? And it feels like that's coming from somewhere just ahead of you.
I think it's this way, you all. If I disappear, eyes on me, so you know where it is, okay? Eyes on me.
Is everybody looking at me?
Yeah, even the ghosts and stuff, yeah.
Sure. So I think I have another. Do I have another 10 or 5?
10, I think.
I think you have more than that. You're a barbarian.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you-
I'm 40. Okay.
So you just kind of start running around over here,
Trying
and
to figure out.
you disappear.
Okay, so everybody should have seen the exact spot I disappeared in.
Dawn Protector rushes up and just sort of leaps into the space that you were at. Hakari, your turn.
Did Dawn Protector disappear?
Yes, Dawn Protector.
I'm gonna look back at Charity and Burbage and Clem and just shrug
I'm
my
not there.
shoulders.
Clem and Charity. Yeah, Clem and Burbage.
Burbage, I'm gone. I was the first to go.
Clem and Burbage. I'm sorry, Clem and Burbage. I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders and be like, "Last one in." Jump in.
Smells like a rotten egg, just like the rest of this place.
All right, you rush in, Clem.
Sorry, I guess it's you, Burbage.
Clem's gone, and Burbage.
Burbage will jump up on whatever this thing is and dash down it.
Okay.
I was waiting for Burbage stance. For Midian. Wanders back out to the graveyard.
Yeah. Charity.
Yeah.
You appear. Oddly enough, it just feels dark here. It feels like there is a wind rushing around this place. It feels it's just something feels wrong about it. And as you look back to your friends to tell them, you are alone. Alone. You don't even hear that river in the distance anymore. You just hear a roaring wind. And you start to see objects now kind of around you that weren't there a second ago.
Hooray.
You then hear, "What are you? You're something interesting.
Tell
Something
that to Burbage.
different. What are you?
Do I see what's saying that?
No, you're kind of looking around. It's just sort of a disembodied voice.
I prefer being able to see the people who are asking me questions.
You hear kind of a like something slurping almost, and you look to the wall next to you, and you just kind of see this tentacle just kind of slap against the floor and then recede into the wall itself. Oh, yes, you're something very, very interesting. And appearing in front of you, first you see just a red dot in the middle of the air, and then another, and another, pop, 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 until 10 sort of glowing red eyes, all gazing at you. And around that central eye, you see a giant skull, massive sharp teeth, grinning at you. My friend, you've found Formidian. What shall we do? And at that, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and call it for this evening.
Do you like s'mores or popcorn? Have popcorn.
You do. Excellent. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, for being with us here. Thank you for. Let's turn off the scary music for a second. Ooh. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you for being with us. Come back next time in 2 weeks when the family is going to now confront Formidian of the Shadow Knowledge and see what happens.
Hooray!
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be great. You guys are doing excellent.
I mean, we got through all the ghosts by just chatting.
You totally talked your way out of like 10 fights.
How long do I
Plus
have
we're
left on my ring? Like 45 minutes?
Yeah, about that. Yeah, 45 minutes. Sure.
Plus we're probably getting like a platter of like chicken tenders and cheese sticks brought over to
Oh,
the
yeah,
table
I'm
at this
sure.
point.
Totally good. So excellent. Yeah, come back. See us in a couple weeks. Until then, we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for watching. From all of us on Goats and Dragons, we wish you an excellent evening. Good night.
Night.
Good night.